A very good morning, dear children. Today we start the next chapter from the book Vistas, The Enemy. Okay, written by Paul Asbach. So, dear children, in this one we will learn first of all the storyline, second is theme, third is character, next is role of nationalism, next one is responsibility of a doctor. All these five things we will discuss today in this chapter, the enemy. So before we move on, let's have a look on characters. First we have Dr. Shadow, okay, his wife Hannah, fine, Tom, and Governor Takima, General Governor, so you can say. So these are four. Apart from that, we have servants like caretaker and gardener. So these are characters. So my dear children, Dr. Shadow and Hannah, they are husband and wife, and they belong to the country Japan. They are Japanese. Tom is you can say simply US Navy. Okay, he belongs to America, as you know, and he is POW. POW means prisoner of war, right? Governor, as per the post, is concerned of defense services in Japan. Okay, servants, you know these things. So these are the characters. So initially, the starting scene of the chapter, I just start, and in this one, in starting scene, Dr. Shadow Hockey, the complete name is Hockey. Dr. Shadow and his wife Hannah, both of them, they are in their living room, and suddenly it is evening time, and they live nearby the hilly area. That's why snowfall is there, and of course it's very near to close to seashore. The house was located near to seashore. So during evening time, they saw outside. Hannah observed outside there is a black figure. So as they observed the black figure, they thought that there might be any fisherman who got late to get back to his house. That's why there might be someone who is coming to the house. But unfortunately, when they were observing all the things, suddenly this person, Miss Black figure out, fell down on the ground. And as he fell down, he could not get up. So by observing all these things, both of them, they came out of the house. They went near that person, black figure. They found that the person is falling down on the ground. The person was laid on the ground. Then they turned up, and the nameplate on the chest of the person says USA Navy. And my dear children, Background of this chapter simply talks about war between America and Japan. So this is the background of this chapter. So as they observed that person, they found this is USA Navy. For a moment, they were surprised. Now there was a question before them. What? Should they save him, or should they leave him there only? So these were the two questions before both of them. But after a long discussion, I should say a healthy discussion between both of them, they came to a decision, and that was, let's take him to home. So my dear children, I just stop here in this story. I just go to the background of the chapter. Background means when his father, Dr. Shadow's father, was living. Okay. So when he was living, Dr. Shadow's father was wished to make him a scientist. Okay. So for that reason he was sent to America. Okay. So after reaching over there, after completing his studies, he did not become only scientist, even though he also became a surgeon. Okay, surgeon. So both the aims of his life he completed. One, the wish of his father to become a scientist. Second, his own to become a surgeon. And he was specialized in the surgeon to clear the wound. His specialty, he was specialist especially to clear the wound deeply. Okay. So as we know, the work of a surgeon. So over there in America, after his studies, next part of his life comes to the study part, and here he met Hannah. Okay, the professor where they used to go to for studies. Over there, Hannah and Dr. Shadow got an affair, and this affair changed into marriage. But it was not so simple, my dear children. Father of Shadow was completely a patriotic person. So first condition for his marriage was the girl should belong to Japan, means Japanese girl. So anyhow, this condition was also fulfilled. Otherwise, his father could not permit him to get married with this lady, means Hana. But unfortunately, this Hana was Japanese. Okay. Second thing I just want to tell you here about his father. His living room, means father living room, was full with only with Japanese things. All the things belongs to Japan, made in Japan, simply you can say. Nothing was there that was belong to America. So it showed what? It showed his patriotism. Got it? So such thing happened in this story. After that, they got married and they have children right now. So now I come to the question. What was the question? After taking him home, they observed Dr. Shadow observed the body, simply observed the critical condition, and came to a conclusion that he need to be operated. But beside all these things, one problem was there, and this problem was what? The problem was servants. How? They would leak out this info, and police will definitely catch him. So then he would be a traitor. So servants, they reacted, especially Yumi, simply you can say, that I am leaving your house because you have taken my enemy to the house. So you can choose out of these two, me or your enemy. So, my dear children, Dr. Shadao came to a conclusion to select or to choose Tom. Okay, the wounded American soldier. So, Yumi has left the house, and she also told Hannah, if the child of Dr. Shadao and Hannah, needs his attention, needs his care, so she will be feeling good to serve them at her house only. So there is a complete reaction of the servants regarding the saving the life of Tom. Now, now, Dr. Shadao and Hannah, both of them they were alone. So both and first time Hannah was observing blood. So she even does vomiting also, and she herself washed the blood shed on Tom's body. Okay, and as I was telling about you about his father, okay, now they have taken this Tom to Shadao's father room where everything belongs to Japan, and very contradictory statement given in the chapter that Tom was taken to Shadao's father room which used to be empty because their father is no more. So we can see that a father who never liked any American thing even, and today an enemy would take shelter in his room. So that is very, you can say, critical situation in their life. Anyhow, Hannah provided him everything like quilt, bed sheet, okay, even bed of Dr. Shadao father, and food, even hot water. And as I told you that he need to be operated, so Dr. Shadao took Hannah's help in giving him anesthesia. Okay, and very good thing of Dr. Shadao's surgeon profession is that he talks to his parents, talks to his patients, his patients while operation, while doing operation. So today also he did all these things. So operation was successful. Now the person is unconscious. It will take some time to make him conscious and well and good in condition. But now we come to the next role of General Takima. General Takima, Governor General or General, you can say Takima. So one thing about him is that he means Takima is so, you can say, confident with the treatment of Dr. Shadao. There are two reasons. First, he has learnt all the things from America. Second thing, he is a good doctor of complete Japan country. Okay, so he never allows anybody else except Dr. Shadao to treat him even in mild fever. Okay, so you can say Dr. Shadao has been a personal doctor of General Takima. Okay, so these things happens in this story, and before coming to that situation, by sitting in his living room, Dr. Shadao typed a letter of whole the story, complete situation, and put that letter in his cupboard. Earlier, he wanted to give this letter to somebody like an authority like General Takima, but somehow he skipped that idea. So he meets General Takima and he tells each and everything to him regarding the life of Tom. So General Takima decides one thing. Okay, I will be sending you two assassins. Two assassins. Shooter. You just do one thing. Keep your window open. Okay. Open your window in which Tom is sleeping or Tom is under treatment. My two assassins will come during night time and they will shoot him out. And there is no more game about the enemy Tom. So that night, Dr. Shadao could not sleep. By the night, late night, he could hear some noise in the lawn or in the garden. Okay, in garden he heard some noise, and he thought that now he will be shot. But in the next morning, what he observed, next morning, Tom was alive. Tom was alive. It means what? General Takima did not fulfill his promise, you can say simply. So then Dr. Shadao came to one more conclusion. He arranged what? He arranged water bottles, quilt, bought torch, and all the essential things for a person. Now I just want to tell you one more thing. Due to operation, the condition of Tom is getting recovered fast. So now he can walk, he can talk, he can eat himself. Means there is a great change in his health. So he arranged all the things, and by the way of you can say C, Dr. Shadao arranged all the things for Tom. What he wanted now, he wanted to send Tom to his respective place, means America, through the way of sea. Okay, and it was late evening time when he provided all these things to Tom, and there is a signal of torch they used for you can say code wording. Okay, and by this way he was able to save the life of a person. So now the question, now Tom left Japan and he might have reached in America, because there was no switching of light as it was discussed between both of them, like Dr. Shadao and Tom. Okay, so the thing is that as we complete this is the outline, dear children. This is the outline, just I told you in brief. Okay, so now the best question of this particular chapter is that, was Dr. Shadao right in saving the life of Tom? First question. Okay, best and the important question of this one. Okay, this is the best thing or the question of this chapter that comes most commonly in the exam, dear children. Apart from that, there are so many things that can be taken care, but this is the long answer, and most commonly 99% it comes in examination in this question only, in this form only, I should say, in this sense only. Was Dr. Shadao right? Okay, so this is the question, because he has to pay two duties, like a doctor, duty of a doctor and duty of a citizen. So he put that duty of citizen on a secondary step. So first step, what is the basic duty of or fundamental duty of a doctor? to save life, and he did so, even though he took a risk to save this life. Okay, dear children, so that's all for this chapter, The Enemy, written by P.S. Buck or Paulus Buck. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.